Be ready.
Oh George!
Hello!
Welcome!
Welcome to the Brutal Bros podcast, number 20,020.
Almost 30th. I think on our 30th...
Yes, almost 30.
On our 30th podcast, I think we should do Secret Satan again, because it's like our annual thing.
Perhaps we should.
And then we could also do something else that we used to do, but not a pub quiz, because we did that for our last anniversary.
So, I did actually write some notes for this one. I've forgotten where they were.
No. What are these
But
notes?
how have you been doing the last week? Like, anything interesting happening?
Pretty alright.
Pretty good.
It's pretty much just the same, isn't it? Like, still in lockdown, still doing the same old thing.
If you're boring.
Yeah. What do you mean?
You can still do it, really.
Oh yeah, but it's kind of like people ask what you do in general. So, well, nothing's really changed.
No.
Every
I
time you
ride
see
my
someone,
bike.
people are like, what's new? It's
I
like
make
nothing.
music, and
Still-
I do learning.
I've got
Yeah.
a job now, I think. Something like that.
You have got a job.
Why do they do... Why are some people still so unclear? They just said, alright. They didn't even say, oh, you have a job. They literally just said, this is the address. Come here at 7:30.
7:30.
That sounds like you got it.
This is a contractor name. Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
This is pretty bizarre, I think. I don't know. I injured myself today.
I realised I injured myself, but I didn't realise I did.
Brutally.
Oh, where?
Like on my shins.
Oh, yeah. You hit your pedals, you think?
I don't know. I've got like a weird lump on my shin.
Ooh.
I've probably got cancer.
I think I can think of three things that are interlinked that have happened since our last podcast that are very, very important.
Right.
Balls.
Trump is gone.
Yep.
He's fucking gone, finally. Like, he can go rot in that nursing home.
Nursing home. He's gone back to his resort in Florida.
It's not his resort. It's
It
a
is.
resort.
It says it's a resort.
It doesn't belong to him.
It does now.
Well, whatever.
Probably just bought it. Nah.
But,
Yeah, but he's not hard to buy.
that happened. Joe Biden, his very first thing he did as president was basically gone, right. Basically, Trump's entire policy, let's get rid of all of that. We're going to stop travel bans on Muslims. We're going to make sure everyone wears a fucking mask, because they should have been doing anyway. But Trump was like, it doesn't matter.
He
he's
also
an idiot.
rejoined the United Nations, I'm pretty sure.
The
Didn't
Paris Agreement.
Yeah.
Yes, to combat climate change, which is very, very important.
he? Fuck you, Trump.
Basically,
Yeah.
all the damage Trump did in 4 years, he basically acknowledged in one day and just went, right, sort it out.
A 5-year-old would be better than him.
Oh, honestly.
Honestly, yeah, Trump is the only person who deserves
But-
to be assassinated.
My favourite thing, have you seen all the Bernie Sanders memes that have suddenly just erupted all over the internet?
No.
Him just sat there like, with his mittens on and his mask. Have you not seen them?
I don't use the internet.
You don't actually.
I don't really use anything.
Lever, you must have seen some.
I'm not really connected online.
Who's
really.
wait, what?
Bernie Sanders sat with his
Who's Bernie
Christmas...
Sanders? Oh wait, that dude. Yeah, is
He
that
sat
what the
there.
old man is?
Yeah.
I was wondering what that came
It's
from. Like, what's
suddenly
this old
become
man?
like the biggest meme right now.
Well,
Honestly,
actually,
it's
I wonder
everywhere.
Well, I actually was a bit confused because basically in the new, I heard a couple of days ago that some old man got dragged away from a fish and chip shop and got beaten to death recently in England.
Oh.
And I thought that meme was about him.
No.
And I was like, what is this?
No. So, yeah.
But that's
It's become the biggest meme of the
What
year.
is that? Because I don't know what it is. I just saw some old man. I keep seeing it everywhere. Oh, actually, the best one I saw is the photo of Mayhem where they spray painted Mayhem and they're just lying on the bench.
Yeah, I saw that
It's
one.
got a picture of him sitting there as well.
Oh, man.
Oh wait,
Very
I got to show
funny,
I
AJ
should
one.
see
You don't know who he? Do you know?
I know who Bernie Sanders is.
Do you know this meme?
He was running for the Democratic.
Oh,
Trump beating
that's who
him.
he is. I didn't know who he was. I just thought he was some random old man.
Right.
No, he's a politician. He's too old now to run for anything, but But yeah, basically, get fucked, Trump.
Yeah.
Your time's up.
It's kind of good actually.
Go and die.
Boris, you're the best comedian ever, but you're the worst prime minister.
Yeah.
You should just quit your job.
Just become a comedian.
Become a comedian, and everyone will love
Probably
you.
make more money.
You'll be the mascot
Like-
of England.
He's unintentionally funny. I think if he tries to be funny, and he has tried to be funny.
I think he knows though.
So he tries to make a joke. Oh yes, 10 times. I was like, oh yes, shit
just do
or
TED Talk.
bust, Mr. Speaker. It's just not funny. It just comes across as awkward, like someone's like.
That's why it's funny though.
It's like your mate's
because
dad
he's
trying to make a
literally.
joke to you.
But yeah, but that's what English people are like. To be honest.
Yeah, but he's an idiot.
Do you know he's actually an immigrant himself?
No.
I think he's Yeah, if you did TED Talks, you could make a career of that because they'd be so hilarious. They're just stupid. You know those TED Talks things?
Yeah. He was like, I was the Prime Minister during coronavirus times. He'd be like Churchill.
Oh, shut the whole country up.
He said, I did very good. Imagine if he
No, he did not.
Imagine if he completely changed and became like a Labour. Then I would love him completely because
Nah.
he's such a funny guy. He's
He's still done what he's done.
Dude, he's a funny
He's
guy.
quite likeable.
It's sad how likeable he is.
But that's the whole question of if someone's done something really, really bad, does something becoming good make them alright?
Yes.
Like,
No, but yes.
Ebenezer Scrooge, right, is the most famous example I can think of someone who's just a complete twat their entire life, horrible person, evil, basically evil, just a really mean, horrible old man who is nasty to an unnecessary degree to everyone around him.
Don't do that!
He's nice for one day and everyone just forgives him. I'm like, sorry, but you're an absolute bellend for 60 years. You don't just get to be nice for one Christmas and make all up for it. You've still done that.
The problem we have with a lot of things is the whole thing of forgiveness, which I don't necessarily agree with.
But that's the thing. If can you forgive someone of something properly, or do they still need to be punished for what you've done? Because you can say you're sorry. It's like a kid, right?
Yeah.
They've done something wrong, and you warn them. They do it again. So you send them to their room or take away their pocket money or something. They go, and I'm well. Doesn't matter if you're sorry, you still did it, you still have to pay the consequences. That's how life works.
Yeah.
You can't just stand in court and say, I'm sorry. You still need to pay your debt.
Well, exactly. I think it's kind of bizarre that concept actually, because it's like, I don't know. Why do they just let him off? Because I'd be still pissed off. I'd be like, why are you doing this? Are you worried that you can have nobody at your funeral or something? Like, come on. Let's not be the dick.
It's like if I was driving, if I had a car and I was driving and some kid if I parked somewhere, some kid keyed it, right? I'd be pissed off. If he said, "Look, I'm really, really sorry. I really wish I was just being stupid." If I'd realised, if I stopped to think about how much it would piss you off, I would have done it. I'd go, yeah, nice, yeah. You're still paying for it though. I ain't paying for it. The parents are.
Well, that's the difference.
You still did it. You're still responsible. You still need to take responsibility for it and sort it out. Your problem you created.
It's different one time. Like if somebody does something once, that's more forgivable. But if somebody spends their whole life being a complete dick, making everybody's lives a misery, that's more than just like a one-time incident. If you're just a dick I don't know, once every couple of months, that's understandable. Everybody is.
It made me think of that sort of thing when I was having a ride with my dad to work.
Right.
And in his car, he's got a little Darth Vader air freshener. Oh, that's nice.
I got him that room for his birthday.
Oh, there you go then. I thought, that's nice. But I thought, hang on a minute. He's a cyborg space Nazi who murders children. Why is he the icon of Disney's biggest franchise?
Why does everything have to be so nice?
Weird.
Why does the head person have to be like a nice person?
No, I'm just thinking
people who kill kids are cool.
No, the only thing is a bit odd. Wearing a Darth Vader t-shirt because he's a cool character in a film would be like if World War II was fictional and you wore a Hitler t-shirt.
That'd be so cool.
It's the exact same.
I would.
Well, maybe Hitler's more comparable to the Emperor.
Darth Vader's badass though.
Yeah, he's so cool.
He's like a sick terror.
I often root for the villains half the time because the main characters are so annoying. It's like, stop being such a twat.
I think the thing is with Darth Vader in particular, if you watch the entire saga, you can see how he was a good person to begin with. She's just got twisted.
He was never a bad person.
The Empire.
Yeah, and then and he gets redeemed at the end. I say the end because there weren't any more films after Return of the Jedi.
No,
because the last 3 were shite. But
because he was he helped Luke out. Didn't he?
he was shit.
In the end,
yeah,
the very end.
Yeah,
Yeah, he does.
That's really cool. Those films are so good. That's such a cool moment.
It's just a really good arc from one. Yeah. The first one's all mystery, don't we know who he is. The second one, he's just the big bad, and you find out he's Luke's father at the end.
Yeah.
And the third one, you go, how is this going to end? And he becomes redeemed and becomes Anakin Skywalker again. And it all makes sense. And it's even better if you watch the Prequels and the Clone Wars and get all the details and stuff.
What a great background photo we have.
Star Wars is good.
Star Wars is good. That's our message today. Star Wars is good.
Star Wars is good, but it's not as good as Wars in Galaxy Land of Space.
If you haven't watched it, what's wrong with you? That's just one of those things.
What is wrong with you?
Who hasn't watched Star Wars?
I think most people have at least seen one of them and just gone, not really my thing.
Is it a generational thing? Because I think everybody, my dad says,
I've seen everyone that I know. Everyone that I know has seen Star Wars.
Few
It's
people
so
I meet who are a
iconic.
bit younger than me, who were born after or like when the prequels were just coming out, haven't seen it because they didn't grow up with it. Because I grew up when the prequels were coming out,
Yeah.
and I remember when they all came out. and
I
it
grew
was,
up
like, a
watching
massive thing.
the Phantom Menace.
I grew up
Yeah, same.
watching the original ones. My dad's a big Star Wars and like sci-fi nut, so he was like, yeah. But my sister, his middle name, is named after a Star Trek character.
Nice.
Nerys. It's like
Oh,
it's Anya Nerys Richella. She hates it, but I think it's so cool. Like
I'm not really much of a fan of it. I don't really watch any other sci-fi things.
Star Trek's good.
I just
I
find
used to
them-
be
I just find
really
them too
into-
annoying.
I used to enjoy stuff like Stargate and Farscape, and actually, I still absolutely love Firefly.
Right.
Firefly's one of the best shows
Star
ever.
Wars is just too good though.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
It just makes all the other ones look a bit like.
The Mandalorian is a sci-fi series.
Mandalorian is great.
I've seen it.
Well, kind of
Cool.
sci-fi.
Mandalorian is better
It's
than
good.
the new trilogy.
Yeah,
Oh, I can
Mandalorian.
imagine. New
The
trilogy's
Mandalorian is kind of like, in my mind, and a lot of people as well, it's the redemption of Star Wars. Oh,
Yeah.
Star Wars is good again.
Mandalorian
It's
is
back to
yeah,
being
Mandalorian
really
is
good.
like up there with the best Star Wars things ever made.
Yeah, if I would say it's my favourite Star Wars thing after the original trilogy.
Really?
The prequels I do actually quite enjoy these days. I like all that.
I
But
like
the
the
Clone
prequels,
Wars
yeah.
series is
Prequels are
really
good,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, I've rewatched. I think I've watched Star Wars so many times.
They're still
over.
entertaining, even if they are a bit stupid. That makes them entertaining.
I think people get caught on the hype train of this is bad. Like people, like
They're elitist.
it's like come on, like if you look at the original trilogy and pick it apart, you'll find things that are flaws with it.
Yeah, of course,
you know? Like if you do that with anything, you will. The prequels aren't as good as the problem is with it is they're not necessarily bad films in and of themselves.
Yeah.
But when compared to the original trilogy,
Yeah.
they're just not as good.
But I
Yeah.
think if the prequels came out and that was Star Wars, the first thing, but it still would have got famous.
Yeah.
People
It would have
people
done.
wouldn't call it really bad because there was nothing to compare it to.
No, if it's true, it would have just been the sort of goofy kids
I
film
think
in a way.
it's when you boil it down and compare it on
pretty-
paper
pretty,
to the original trilogy, it is
pretty dark
noticeably
for
less
children,
good.
some of it, like when
It's quite a lot worse.
Like
but
Anakin
it's
is
not
like
good.
slaying random children. I don't think it's really a kids film.
Star Wars is a kids film. It was
No,
released
it's
as
not.
a kids film. Really,
No, it wasn't.
The
it was
original film, yeah, was the original idea was
Definitely
meant,
not-
it's meant to be a family-friendly
Yeah, family
space
friendly,
adventure.
but not a kids film.
Well, that's what I mean by family friend kids.
What?
family
It
friendly.
wasn't.
The prequels definitely weren't though because it got really dark. Some of it,
Yeah.
some of them were like a
Well, 'cause
12.
they realised their fan base at that point. 'Cause
I think George Lucas was okay.
The fan base was
I
all
have
people
this
all
dark
ages.
backstory I have
Yeah.
to tell. If I don't make it dark, it's not going to do it justice.
Right.
So it made sense. I think with like, but that's why A New Hope is my favourite Star Wars film because
so
back
good.
then, especially, it was just. This is just, it's a fun space adventure. Look at this. There's robots. There's a farm boy. There's some dude in a creepy mask who's in the film for like 10 minutes. It wasn't all this, oh, you know, he's like Space Jesus gone
Right.
bad.
That's
he's got
why.
robot
That's
limbs.
why other things like
He's just a big scary
like other
bloke.
sci-fi
Yeah.
programs just annoy me because everything's so complicated and just
Yeah.
it seems like anything can
yeah,
happen.
but that sort of thing is kind of it's like what.
And
It's kind
yeah,
of,
that actually makes me think about, because I'm reading a book at the moment called The Eye of the World, which is the first book in the Wheel of Time series, which is a massive fantasy series. And when I say massive, each book is about 700 pages long and there's 14 of them. So it's quite big.
Too much for me.
But it's very similar to like Lord of the Rings, Narnia,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. And I kind of feel like stuff like Game of Thrones. I used to absolutely love Game of Thrones, and now I've just gotten so sick of it. It's just everywhere. I've read it too much. I've seen too much of it. It's just like, ugh. Because I get we're in this sort of era with shows like that and like The Boys and stuff. Where everything's got to be as much sex, as much violence,
I
as
hate
much
that.
gore as possible.
I just don't like.
I like
lots
it
of
if there's
gore,
a
yes.
point to it.
Yeah.
But eventually, I kind of like because the Eye of the World, the book I'm reading, is more sort of like fantasy. There's trolls and like
Yeah.
goblins and wizards. It's a bit more fun, and I kind of like that. Not everything has to be really
There's
gritty and
Game of
realistic.
Thrones, especially with programs. I've seen a few of them, but it just seems like middle-aged lady porn. It's just like that sort of.
It is really good if you follow the story properly.
Yeah.
I do. The books are like fucking phenomenal. They're
Right.
so good. But it's not really what I'm into right now. I like the more sort of like fantasy fun, like Skyrim is a bit more sort of fun and silly.
Yeah. I kind of like the punk, like this sort of post-apocalyptic element of Star Wars. That's one of my main things I love about Star
Yeah,
Wars.
George
It has
Lucas's used world concept.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good, and I like that. Like I quite like that. Guardians of the Galaxy. I actually quite enjoyed
I
the original
love-
one. Of that.
Oh,
I
Guardians
love
of the
those
Galaxy is
films.
great.
But it's just it has that sort of weird, like kind of wacky universe, which is kind of cool. Like Star Wars was like a weird, wacky, strange. They go into Mo's Cantina and there's like all
Yeah,
this weird.
it's just like a guy wearing a werewolf mask because that's
Yeah,
what they
yeah.
had in the shop down the road. Like, yeah,
That's-
nah, but like I really hope at some point in cinema, because I'm getting so bored of the MCU. There's so many hundreds of films and series to catch up on. Star Wars is going that way now. They've just announced like 8 new TV series.
Well, that's the problem. It's a factory now.
Yeah.
It's not. But I think
Everything has to be linked together into a massive universe, and I kind of feel like I miss the days when, like, Spider-Man, you go and see Spider-Man, it's just Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It doesn't link to Iron Man 5 or the Incredible Hulk 12 or the Avengers Part 7A, The Return of
they
Thanos.
do have to make you watch all the
whatever.
films. It's a sneaky tactic.
It's just so like, oh,
They want you to watch all of the films. So
I
they
preferred
make
it
money.
when superhero films, especially, they weren't full of all this violence and gore and swearing. It was just a fun film you went to see.
Yeah.
It wasn't linked to anything else. It was just
Okay,
just what it was.
that's all
What you
Prequels.
what
Funny
you
jokes
sort
for
of
a
see
minute.
is what you get.
Yeah.
It's a pop. You know, it's just
It's
you can have heart and have meaning to a film without making it really adult and gritty and like mature and depressing.
Well, that's a lot of the problem I find with like a lot of new modern things is
Yeah.
like I like watching light-hearted stuff a lot of the time because a lot of the modern stuff like Orange and New Black, I've been watching that recently. That's really good.
I watched
think.
the first 2 seasons.
I
I stopped
enjoyed
halfway
that.
through the third. I
Yeah.
just kind of got a bit stale for me
The
after the
first
third season.
yeah, I'm only up midway through like with the second.
I used to
one.
love it. I used to really enjoy watching that show.
I quite like that because it to me it has a sort of nice balance between darkness and humour,
Yeah.
which a lot of modern stuff you just watch it, it's like Lydia, well, she was watching this incredibly depressing thing. It was about this like guy who like stalked his girlfriend and murdered her.
Oh, is that what's it called?
Oh,
Some
You.
Dark Stalk
You,
or something.
it was just like,
Yeah.
and the acting was crap. He was he'd going, I saw it. He's talking the same tone of voice, and it was that horrible filming style that everything has these days, where it's like really clean and it's like all things seem to have the same recording style, which is horrible in my mind. It's like what?
But do you remember back in the 2000s when after the Bourne Identity came out and the Matrix? Well, not so much the Matrix, but after the Bourne Identity came out, every single action film was shaky cam. Everything had to be all like, whoa, like you couldn't tell what was going on.
Watch my fucking lights.
Your freaking
You
lights.
fucking. I've got some offensive jokes for in a minute, by the way.
Bond films, they're good.
Hmm?
Oh, I love Bond.
I saw a compilation recently of just Sean Connery's Bond just beating up women. He does it every
What?
single film, which is like, okay, as a
People
bit-
still
Yeah,
love him.
but the thing is, in context, they're usually trying to fuck him around and like kill him.
I suppose, yeah.
Usually in most Bond films, the ladies.
Sounds a bit like what.
I think a lot of the people think.
But he is a knob, isn't he?
Yeah, but kind of not.
He seems like a really
I
arrogant
feel like
guy.
if you worked if you were just one of the blokes who works in like the offices of MI5 and James Bond, you hear James coming in like, oh for fuck's sake, I hate that guy. I can't stand
people
him.
like him though.
All he does is ponce about and make one-liners.
Well, that's sort of-
He's the kind of guy. If he was your workmate, you would hate him.
He seems like a bit of a. But I think a lot of the thing with James Bond is a lot of it seems sexist, but when you really watch it and you get into it, it's kind of not, because a lot of the time the girl actually seduces him.
For the
And
time,
like,
it
like,
wasn't.
he-
I mean, the famous example, right, is when he comes in, the girl's having a bath, and he goes, "Do you want to give me something to wear?" And he holds up like a pair of pants, and that's it. He's like,
I think
really?
I get that.
oh, it's like a hat or something, isn't it? It's just like,
But with
That's-
like
wow,
the
that's
sort
wow.
of the plot lines, he usually the girl looks at him and she's like that, and he's like ooh. And then
Ooh.
every time in
A
all
woman.
of the films, pretty much, the girl's the bad guy and has just used him to get information out of him. Well, that's
Yeah,
pretty
I
much
mean-
every single
Yeah,
film.
but that just means that he's
That's-
gullible enough to just go out of anyone and then get information off
Well, he's
him.
just
tell
a
you
horny
what, though.
bastard who's stupid.
I tell you what,
kinda like that
though,
about
one
him.
of my favourite things about the newer James Bond is, you know, the classic. It's I can't remember who it is now. He comes out of the water on the beach wearing the bikini.
Roger Moore.
No, no, not Morty wearing the bikini. It was one of the Sean Connery ones. One of the Bond girls gets out of the water wearing a
Goldfinger.
bikini. That might have been one of the very early ones, and then
Well,
later
now
on they
it's
do it,
gone.
but it's Daniel Craig coming out of the water instead,
Right.
and he's all like muscly and shit. It's like, whoa.
I kind of like the Daniel Craig ones. I find it's a bit. It's the same thing with the whole modernisation. Like I'm a bit.
It has to be gritty and dark, and I've
Yeah,
noticed
it's
James Bond. It's supposed to be
It's
stupid.
meant to be cartoonishly stupid. And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, exactly.
Cheesy. Like
Yeah.
that's why I like films. And then I do like the new ones, but it's that I have a really dark history. I'm really depressed. Actually, it's like come on, like
But that's what the Bourne films are for.
Yeah.
That's like the
I
gritty.
thought you said Bond. The Bond.
the James Bond.
Gem was
Bond.
born. Yeah, as I said, I've got some funny jokes.
Have
You ready?
Offensive
Go on.
jokes.
Give us some jokes.
Some funny jokes. Alright, okay, I've got some funny jokes. I may have told you some of these before, but you know, for the podcast.
He's
That's
going to read
joke.
the same jokes.
Is it joke?
No,
I've been
Okay.
reading some other jokes.
my grandpa said your generation relies on too much technology. I replied, "No, your generation relies on too much technology." Then I unplugged his life support.
Oh no, that is good. Yeah.
That is a good one.
Jesus Christ fed 2,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. But Adolf Hitler made 6 million Jews toast.
Oh no!
Maybe Hitler was
Oh
actually-
no, that's
talk about the second coming
so
of
bad.
Christ.
Oh my gosh, this is terrible. What's the worst thing about breaking up with a Japanese girl?
What?
You have to drop the bomb twice before she gets the message. Oh my George.
Oh no!
What's up?
Oh, these are quite
That's
good actually.
really bad.
Oh, you're on Reddit. That explains it. How's the Ethiopians? What was that?
Number 12 is just feminism. That's not.
What an easy target, guys. Come on, you can do better than that.
I quite like that.
Okay, wait. Let me find a good one.
Fucking hell.
Oh, fuck me. What is life?
How many feminists does it take to change a light bulb? Don't be stupid. Feminists can't change anything.
Oh no!
Have you heard about Josh Wheaton guy?
We can't. Who? Sorry.
Is it Will Wheaton or Josh?
Joss Whedon,
Yeah.
the creator of Buffy the
Okay,
Vampire
Ruben.
Slayer and Firefly, and
He's a knob.
he directed the.
Ruben.
Is he?
Well, do you know? Basically, he's one of those feminist people who's like, oh, I love women. Basically, he's been cheating with his wife for the past 20 years.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I didn't know
right.
that.
Yeah, and he's-
I love that man. I love all his shows.
He's one of these feminists, like, I'm all this and that. I love women, and yeah, he's been like fucking
What a-
other ladies
what
for
a
the whole
cock.
time.
Okay, this one
Wow.
And
makes
she
this.
found out, and she tweeted it, and like, oh man,
This
it's
one
quite
is good
funny.
because it just shows we make
Dear.
fun of everything. So don't take this. It's just a joke.
It's all jokes. We don't
Yeah.
mean it. We're all lovely people.
So
I
I
think people who
painted.
say that maybe not.
I don't.
We may all be bastards.
I don't care. Look, if
I'm
you
the
get
only
offended,
bastard
then
here,
fuck off. So I painted my
It's true.
laptop black, hoping it would run faster. Now it doesn't work.
I don't get that one.
It doesn't work.
Black
It
people.
doesn't go to work. Doesn't have a job.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Haha! Racism is always funny.
I wish
He
I was
says,
black
clutching at
sometimes. I wish I was black sometimes. My uncle's black. He's so cool. Like
When you're alone in the bathroom area, do you paint yourself up black and look yourself in the mirror and go, "Oh yeah"?
Well, it's not a sexual
I
thing.
love
It'd just
being
be
black.
It'd be kind of cool because he always jokes whenever we take pictures of him. The fact we can't see him because we literally can't because he's from Zimbabwe. He's really proper. He was in the tribal. He was like his father's he worked for the Zulu. He's like warrior people.
Oh wow,
He was like a doctor.
oh, that's cool.
But he's got whip marks all over his back. It's quite cool.
Shit.
But yeah, he always jokes every time we take a picture because he's like, oh, you make sure the flash is on, you won't be able to see me. So
That's quite funny.
I
Kinda cool.
don't get this
No.
one.
What?
Did you hear about the 2-car pile-up in Mexico? 200 Mexicans died. Is it because they all... What?
They all cram into one car.
Oh.
oh,
What? What?
this is terrible.
There was another one.
What's a paedophile's favourite part of a hockey game before the first period?
Oh no! None of that. Oh.
Why do Jews have big noses? Because air is free.
I've heard that one.
Oh dear.
Wait, what was the really funny one I saw just now?
This is definitely getting
Extremely
demonetized. It's
offensive.
immediately.
What do you call a woman with 2 black eyes? Nothing. You already told her twice.
Oh.
It's
I was
extremely
watching
bad.
Dave Chappelle,
He's getting worse and worse.
who's
Levi.
who's
What are you
become
doing?
one of my favourite comedians now. Have you ever seen him? Dave
I
Chappelle.
don't know.
You're just.
He is great because he quotes Prince and he's just says really offensive stuff.
Yeah.
Basically, he made it's 2 jokes, right? I'll say because they're really funny. He was talking about Michael Jackson, right? Got accused of like molesting kids, right? And he said, "I don't think he did it because if you did that, would you not tell everyone at school about that?" It's just like, oh, okay, right.
Do you want
let's
to
not
do
be
one?
wrong. And he went, he said, I'm the kind of person who he had the opportunity to to get with Macaulay Culkin, the ultimate child star. And if you were a paedophile, wouldn't you have done that? Which obviously is a horrible thing to say, and I don't actually agree with it. But it's a
You
joke.
know what, Michael Jackson?
Yes. And he was like, but he swears he never touched him, so he's probably didn't do it, right?
Macaulay Culkin.
He said-
never said he did.
McCulkin, and he basically was saying I'm one of those apologists for violent people, and it's really bad. Someone comes up to me, hey, Dave, do you hear Chris Brown beat up Rihanna? And I'd go, well, what does she do?
Ruben, that joke is on here. That joke is on here.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's Dave Chappelle's joke.
Oh, there's some other funny
But
ones here.
the other one I just want to say is really funny. Apparently, when he writes a stand-up routine, he comes up with jokes, and he writes loads of punchlines down, puts them in a bowl, takes one randomly out of the bowl, and then he has to write the joke for it. And he picks one out of the bowl and goes, and then I kicked her in the pussy. And it's like, right.
This one's really
I
bad.
think
Hang
I'm
on.
gonna be a comedian.
I'm not done yet.
This one's good because it fits for the...
Yes, I want to tell this joke.
Hurry up.
The punchline is, and then I kicked her in the pussy. Right. How do I write a joke about that? And he goes, well, one day, back when I was really young and I was really poor, and I went to my friend's house, and he was a rich guy, and it was really nice. It was a nice, rich, white house. And he said...
Is the house white or...
it's because Dave Chappelle's black, right? He grew up in like basically in the hood, and he had no money. So basically,
In the hood.
yeah. So
That's such a white person name.
I know.
That's like... I'll think of David Chappelle. I'll think of...
Not so much like Chappelle.
Surely he should be called like
Speak of like a scrawny man.
Like,
I don't know.
like a
goatee.
like CG DJ or something.
O.J. Simpson. No, but like basically, yeah, it's a really nice house, and he goes there, and his friend is like, "Say, Dave, why didn't you stay for tea? We're gonna have like roast ham tonight," and he'd never had roast ham in his life.
What
He's
ham
really
was it?
poor, and he's like, "Oh my god, roast ham! Oh, if it's no bother, I'll tell you what. If you ask your mum if it's okay, and if it's all okay, I'll be right." And he goes, "Right, cool. So what we're gonna do before we eat, we're gonna set the table and we're gonna say the blessing." And he goes, "Right, fuck that." he says, "I'm gonna go and wash my hands." And the plan is he's gonna wash his hands for so long. By the time he comes back down, the table will be set, the blessing will be said, and the roast ham will be on the table. And as he's in there washing his hands, his friend's mum comes in and goes, "Oh, you're Dave, right? My son's friend." "Yeah, that's me, yeah. "Oh, well, I heard you're staying for tea." "Oh, well, if it's no problem, ma'am, yeah, I mean, No, but like, we'd love to have you. It's lovely to have a guest, especially such a nice, polite young man yourself. The problem is, there isn't enough roast ham for everyone." And then he kicked her in the pussy. Oh, I'm glad I find it funny. I can laugh at it, it's not my joke. It's stupid, isn't it? 'Cause it's like, it's such a big build-up. It's just, that's
Okay, well,
That's like the sort of joke my granddad tells.
yeah.
He does it around the table every time he goes to a roast. He'd be like, "Oh, do you want to hear a joke?" And he starts talking about stupid shit, and then he just says this one word at the end. He's like, he starts laughing. He's like,
It's
"Oh,
like if
fuck."
you see
Guy.
me listening,
crazy.
I'm like sat on the bus listening to Jim Jeffries. All they'll see is every now and again I go, "Oh yeah, moving on."
Right, this
That's all they'll
one's
see.
this one's really good because of presidents and that.
I do that all the
This
time.
one's good. This one's good.
I start giggling.
I don't understand why Obama has to give his speeches behind bulletproof glass. I mean, I know he's black and all, but I doubt he'll shoot anyone.
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh dear.
oh no. Life is weird. Like, that's a very American thing, saying something's a White House. Because here we wouldn't.
A White House.
I would never I would never think of somebody saying, "Oh, that's a black house."
What if it's painted black?
Yeah, but you wouldn't say that's a. If you said that's a black house, you think the house is black, not that people live black who live in there.
I kind of feel
Wait,
like,
hang on a
'cause
second.
people can argue.
Wait. In the house, are the people white or the house white?
Yes, the
The
people are white.
Yeah.
People can argue, and it's fair enough, I guess. 'Cause, it's kind of true. Black people are racist to white people. Yes, some of them
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But don't you think they've earned it? Just a bit, maybe.
What's the point? That's the way, if they would, no, but they always
I am
say,
joking,
No,
obviously,
but if
like,
they
racism
say
is always
no,
wrong,
but if they say they want all racism end, then surely that means all racism. No, it doesn't matter about the past. It means all racism.
It's just a
It doesn't
joke.
mean
It's like
oh you can do
they've
this or that.
reclaimed the N word.
It's no fucking
the
racism.
LGBTQ plus community has reclaimed the word queer. There's not an insult anymore. It's ours. We're going to wear it like a badge of honour. I go, fair enough. You do that.
That's just stupid.
It's like calling.
That's
people,
just.
I don't
stupid.
think it's ever okay to use it as an insult, ever, any sort of word.
But I think it's kind of funny.
If you say it to someone who isn't that, or they don't get offended, then what's the problem?
It's like my gay mate. It's like he loves. It's kind of a joke that I call him a faggot, and he loves it. He thinks it's really funny, and I think it's funny because I don't know. It's like
I think in inner circles it's okay because none of you mean it. It's when you're in the public eye you have to be really careful because people can misinterpret.
it's different with friends than it is with.
Yeah.
general. I don't really communicate with people from general population because our heads don't match.
What I don't get right is how
I'd never call a random person a faggot.
Fairy Tale of New York, yeah. Where what is it? You scumbag, you maggot, you cheap lousy faggot, right? And that's apparently not okay.
It's fine.
Have we all just forgotten the fact that in American Idiot, Billy Joe quite clearly sings, "Well, maybe I'm the faggot America."
Right.
And that's all right. That got a pass. It's like
it's kind of weird.
Surely, if the word in itself in any context is
just
offensive,
a word,
then no one's allowed to
It
say
is
it, right?
grow up and get.
There's a big double standard with words.
It's only because you could say it's only because Fairy Tale of New York is a massive Christmas song, but I'm like, American Idiot is a massive hit in the 2000s. Everyone knows that song.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just double standards. I kind of feel like
Yeah,
everything's okay or none of it is.
I agree. I think context means a hell of a lot, and I think people forget about context always. It's really weird that people just don't seem to have a grasp of like words don't have any meaning if you're joking. They don't. Like I don't think it's okay to call somebody a faggot as an insult, like out of nowhere.
If you mean to be basically insulting towards a sexuality, then that's wrong.
It's like if you when you meet your friend, you call them a cunt. Like I do that all the time. But that's in the context. Yeah, it's fine.
When I started growing my moustache out, everyone called me a nonce at work. Everyone was like, "Oh, look, he's a fucking pedo."
People used to call me Jimmy Savile at work. And I guess I can see a resemblance. And I had like
what?
I don't know. I was like 18. And I had like a 17-year-old girlfriend or something. But it's sort of a joke.
Wait, you were 18, you had a 17-year-old
I was 19, I had a 17-year-old.
That's only 1 year difference.
No, I think she was 16 actually. But it's still like kind of, but it's banter, Like
If
it's
it was
weird
like-
sort of thing.
Generally, if they're under 18 or under 16, it's kind of like, don't go there. But if you're like because when I was 19, my girlfriend was 17.
Right. Same. Well.
But
Ruben's
she was
Ruben's only girlfriend.
So no, she was nearly
Pretty
20.
much.
No, nearly 19, nearly 18 even. I was like 2 weeks shy of 20.
I guess me and Lydia,
So
she was 16 and I was 19. I felt at first really fucking weird. I was like, oh shit. I feel like a right fucking nonce. I felt really bad. I was always like worrying. I'm like, oh no, this is like really
It's
weird.
not that bad. I kind of feel
but
like
she's above 16, so it's like
above
you're only
16 is the
19.
age of consent, but also 18 is like an adult. So if you were like 35 going out of a 17-year-old, that'd be weird.
Yeah.
That'd be a little like basically illegal.
Yeah, it would.
No, but
It would. I think it's above a certain age, it's like becomes illegal.
Yeah.
Or something. I think a lot of it is contextual as well. I was so anxious all the time. I was like, oh my god, I hate myself. What the fuck?
what?
Yeah, because I was so worried. But now it's okay because I'm like, I don't know.
How old are you again?
21. I'm old.
So
21.
I'm 24.
I'm 21.
21. Alright, should we do a musical
Levi,
moment?
we have a music moment.
Do we?
This song, this is a good song because, we're coming out of February and we're going into the next depression.
Kind of January.
Coming out of January, that's what I meant.
This has been a weird podcast.
My name is Levis.
I'm pretty drunk.
That's what you do want to do. We actually do My Name is Mud.
My name is Levis.
Levi,
Oh,
my
that's so
name is
good.
Mud music moment.
Yeah. Right, are we ready? That'll be good.
That'd be quite a hard one to do.
You ready,
'cause
Joe?
the vocals are pretty weird.
In this song, I do all the high parts. Well, and some other parts, but all the high stuff is me.
It's getting better all the time. I used to get mad at my school. Teachers who told me were cool. Holding me down, turning me round, filling me up with
Turn
your
it
rules.
up.
I can't turn it up. Wait, hang on a second, lads. Let's put it on the speaker.
Put it on the speaker. Put it on the speaker.
Did you hear our amazing harmony skills though?
Oh my god, I don't know.
No, it gets good.
Tell you what, every time I'm drinking on this podcast, I hear a musical moment, I'll just spin
Look,
out.
please, honestly,
It's like-
AJ,
everything's so weird, man.
If you listen to this, you'll like it.
No, I do like it. It's just such a strange feeling because it's all like wishy-washy, man.
It's getting better all the time. I used to get mad
It's terrible.
at school. Teachers told me were
This is a song about Elliot Rodger.
holding me down, turning me round, filling me up with your rules. I have to admit, it's getting better,
My
a little
parts.
better all the time. I have to admit, it's getting better, a little better. We used to be angry young man, me hiding my head in the sand. You gave me the word, I finally heard. Doing the best that I can. I've got to admit, it's getting better.
Here's me.
A little better all the time. I have to admit,
This is the only good one I did.
better.
I did all
Getting
of them.
better since you've been mine. Getting so much better all the time. It's getting better all the time.
That was so good.
Oh, that was so bad.
No, shut the fuck up. That was Is the
So
Indian
bad.
part, the curry part.
I used to be cruel to my woman, I beat her, kept her apart
Isn't that,
from the
guy?
things that she
What's
loves.
it called? Doing this.
Wait till it finishes.
I see, doing the best that I can. I admit it's getting better, a little better all the time. Yes, I admit it's getting better, it's getting better.
This bit's good. The harmonisation in this bit.
Getting so much better all the time. Getting better all the time.
I like this.
Better.
It's an uplifting song.
It's getting better all the time.
This is just like LSD. It's like,
Getting so much
That's
better all the time.
Well, there's the Levis part, whatever it is.
what the fuck?
Yes, Roger! I think AJ needs to give us a rating for that.
Yeah, obviously. You should play my. Oh, yes.
Tell you what, it's just so bizarre. Like, it just feels like I'm on acid whenever I hear these musical moments, because it's like a song I recognise. It's so weird and like it just sounds so bizarre. Like, it's like everything's just distorted and
I
washing
think we should
around.
play the other one as well.
I think that's a.
You play my other song, Ruben.
I think that's an 11.
What about our one about the dancing anyway?
It's Prequels.
What the fuck?
That's my other song, actually. I've got to show you that sometime, actually. You haven't heard
Have I
it
heard
yet.
this one yet?
Huh? No, you haven't.
Oh god.
You should hear it. It's really good.
We should we should do the other one.
Which one? Coincidence.
Coincidence.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
Then you should listen to my.
It's
Then you should listen to my other song. Because none of you ever seen it, so get your reaction on the podcast.
I'll get my reaction on the podcast.
Yeah, let's do that.
No, no.
I'll
Do
play.
it.
I'll play Coincidence first.
Yes.
The first man's name was Kiki. He was such little parts. His brother was a champion, but Kiki loves to dance. The second man was Chappelle, a master of robotics.
I'll be right back.
But not as much as dance.
What are you doing? Hurry up!
What?
You need shit.
And then one day it happened. They went up to the world. They went up to a journey. And a life of boys and girls. They learned so many lessons in Aussie foreign law. No matter where they went up, they never stopped to dance.
Pure Vimto. Even if you don't put it with water, it tastes really nice.
One day inside the station in Amsterdam, perchance, the men were standing side by side as a man with a crooked glass. Then turned to face each other. It was just happenstance. But these two men with Mika, they had two butts with no dance. Wow, you can really dance. Wow, looking really dark.
So when they play this at the concert, boys.
He went. I said we've not been dancing all this time. Oh, what a waste of
I am now youth ribbon. I should my hair really funny, and then when AJ sees, he can see it. Ruben, is that right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Let's dance.
Lads. Oh yes, Ruben. There we go. Let's see AJ's reaction. Right now, can we let me listen to my next song, my other song now. Maybe turn the handle.
There it is.
AJ.
Hello.
Anyways, right, I want you to react to my other song that I designed.
Okay.
What's this song called, Levi?
I don't know.
No, I've not.
It does change. Blasts.
Isn't playing this live?
There's the change bar. Big changes.
Did you do drums?
Yeah, but it's like programmed it.
Oh yeah. Well, like on your drum kit. Loops it.
No, it sounds too bad.
I need some harmonisations.
That is raw.
You do like, you don't make it as low. You do like a higher, like it goes higher as well at the same time. That'll make it sound really weird. It sounds like a murder, you know. Got like a
War black.
dark feeling. You're too cold, Levi. Okay. KBL2. 3 o'clock.
Yes.
All real vocals though.
Oh, I love that stop.
Oh, scary.
What did you think?
It's very atmospheric. I like it.
It does make
I actually
you
do
feel
like
like
that.
weird.
Yeah.
That's supposed because you're really drunk.
It
That's
has the
true,
image
yeah.
of
Off your face.
it's like a
I'm
black
pretty
and
drunk,
white
yeah.
forest.
Yeah.
I think yeah.
It makes.
I think as a raw mix, you can hear though, like how it could.
I kind of like
You can hear-
because the production is not very good. I kind of like the fact the guitar comes in and out because you've used like chords.
Mm.
It's quite a big sound. So it kind of
Yeah.
it's almost like an orchestral element. It kind of dips in
Fades,
and out.
yeah,
and you
they
just
often
hear it.
use. You often use chords in black metal.
It sounds
Unless
like if
doing
you're
atmospheric black metal, that's the
Yeah.
only time you're allowed to use single notes.
it sounds like something like Opeth or like a Monomath, but played on a shit phone in a forest while you're having a shower. So it's very atmospheric and ambient.
You can tell it does. Yeah,
It kind of reminds me of an
It's like a
insane
tape
person.
cassette buried underneath a tree.
Like an insane person
there's
living
like
in a shack.
there's like high bits in the guitar though,
Yeah, yeah.
which is quite hard to hear.
Imagine.
But if you listen,
imagine
it's
if you're living in. Imagine if you're walking through a forest
Yeah.
and you see somebody in a shack and their eyes are weird.
Well, it's
yeah.
really that's what I want. It's really brutal, and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
drums
yeah.
are super extremely fun. It's overwhelming.
You know,
That's what I want.
you've got like he's in the shack, but you see his figure. It's in the dark. You see a figure like a silhouette of a man dragging a body. You know,
What do you think of my amazing vocals?
I'm progging a bit. No,
My amazing screaming,
Progging.
or my, if you can call it that, more like
Frogging
shrieking.
about.
shrieking. I like them. Your vocals definitely got better.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
100%.
They were crap on Darkwood. They did better. I could probably make them better.
Top of
I could redo the vocals in Darkwood.
Your moustache is looking glorious, Ruben.
Oh,
I must say.
Not as glorious as
it's,
mine.
it's getting like obvious, isn't it? Because at the
Yeah.
moment people
I
are
like it.
I went in the other day to work and my manager was like, "Oh my god, your moustache!"
It looks glorious.
Your
Man.
moustache!
You need to grow it out at the end really long so you can twirl it.
I'm trying
so
to.
good.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm gonna like wax it and stuff. I need to get
You
some
know,
stuff
when I
out.
was younger, when I was 5, I had a moustache that big and I twirled it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know this isn't really a moustache, but it's growing more.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited. It's like going through puberty again.
Oh, AJ, you could give yourself a fringe of this. Imagine if you had, like, your hair, and you have one little bit that goes down the middle.
Facial hair's really weird. Because my family, none of them can grow beards. My dad can. My granddad really can't. I'm liking my goatee at the moment.
Yeah.
Your goatee!
I want to grow it really long and like spike it like in two.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like yeah, that'd be fun. I'll do a fringe with it if you want.
What, your own, you gotta give yourself a fringe.
Yeah, emo fringe.
Well, I'll give myself
What?
an emo fringe.
My hair's like my hair's very clean.
Oh, I'm so emo, I'm so sad.
Who's our next
I'm so
birthday?
rich.
Is it yours,
Levi.
Evo?
Mine. Oh, yes, I'm all
No, it's
expecting.
granddad
15.
actually.
Oh, yeah, but out of the Brooklyn Bros, it's mine.
Yes, I mean,
I'm
it's
expecting-
yours
you're
and
all got
AJ's,
jobs.
and then mine's not till December.
Ruben, your head is like, Ruben, you're so prog, your head is making colours. Wait, hang on a second. That's so strange. This is my best impression of a fog. If you did this and then turned it upload, so that's how I do my vocals. Edgy, you look horrendous.
You don't understand.
Imagine if you saw a massive frog and you went, ribbit.
And it just went.
Wow, AJ's ready to go and see Black Veil Bride.
And so am I.
That's quite something.
No, actually no, because I don't want that.
Can I do my hair in emo style?
Get your own fucking bro. Okay, fine. Oh yes, Boy Georges. Wait, hang on a second, Drew.
You look like you. Blonde.
There we go. Ruben. Hello, lads. Oh, look, I've got the best curtains, guys.
I always have curtains, like at all times.
Yeah, no, but you do it. Yeah, I guess. I would not want that because then I'd just show off my.
Imagine if this is how I wore my hair.
Like a fucking fool.
Imagine if I wore my hair to this side. Should I start
I
doing it?
wouldn't
And
let you in the
eventually,
house
it will,
either.
eventually, it will naturally grow that way if I keep coming at this.
You're like more emo than me, though, Ruben.
Hey?
You are. You're like Ghost.
You're like pretty emo.
Not that, you know.
I think actually it looks better this way.
Oh no.
Ruben,
no,
That's
Ruben,
terrible.
you
I
don't
hate
even,
it.
Did you
That is
try?
so bad.
I hate
Ruben,
it so
you look
much.
like a failed.
Ruben's not a hairstylist.
You look like a failed. What's that guy called? Robert Smith.
I'm a hairdresser.
What? This is
I
sharp.
can't like my hair at the moment. My hair's like
Whoa,
actually getting
shanks on
proper
you,
long
man.
right now.
Yeah, you could. Look, I found a new shank, lads.
You legitimately could probably stab.
You
like
could. You
somebody.
could definitely. Yeah, you could. Like, look at the pointage on that thing.
My
You
hair
could
is
accidentally,
actually,
and then like, as soon as you just go.
my hair is getting quite long now.
It is. It's looking really good, man.
Oh, thank
You got past. You had like an awkward stage.
Yeah,
But you
it's-
got past
it's past
that
that now. Yeah.
Mine's
It's
getting there.
looking
I
good.
can just about put mine in it up, but it doesn't look good.
My hair looks stupid right now. I need to get something done with it.
It's getting there. Oh, when I put it up again, it's going to be tall.
Yeah, man. I look like a right twat with my hair. Honestly, I'm really not liking it very much. right
Why?
now.
Cut it.
It just looks really stupid. I need to I need to get like to go to the hairdressers and get it
You need
sorted.
to, you don't go to the hairdressers. Don't go to the fucking
No,
hairdressers.
there's a metal one nearby.
I don't care.
Apparently the guy has like super long.
Yeah,
Like,
but I bet it's like, oh, I'm so metal. I like Metallica.
no,
Black
they're actually
Sabbath.
genuinely cool people.
Are they?
Yeah, the name of their shop's like a Celtic word. Like it's a Celtic. It's
The name
all
of the
like
shop
weird.
was to be called.
That's why I can't find it online because it's got a stupid name.
Oh my gosh.
Guy came up to me in town. I was like, "Oh man, your hair's so cool." It's like, "Thanks." He's like, "Man, I got a hairdresser's." I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." He seems like a pretty cool guy. He had like long hair himself.
My name is Mr. Long.
Yeah, the long hair metalhead's always the best. I don't want to be racist,
Racist.
Hairish.
hairist, but like the short hair metalheads, just like kind of like I'm always a bit wary of them because they tend to like not understand the way.
What if there's a short-haired metalhead that's nice to?
This is
There are lots of them nice, but like you go into a mosh pit, they don't understand hair, so they just fucking grab your hair and shit. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
They just don't understand it.
Mm.
A lot of people don't understand mosh pits. How you're not actually meant to hurt each other.
Mm.
People think you like it's what?
Well, yeah.
That's not the
The
point.
point
of
of it isn't to hurt people.
no. You don't
It's
want.
just you could get hurt.
That's the opposite of what you want to do.
Accident.
You don't want to hurt people. You know.
Yeah.
Some people go in to hurt people. They're the dicks, but
Yeah.
you just want to go in to bash about and have a good time. You know.
Yeah.
It doesn't really hurt me going like that, does it? Like,
No, it's a bit
much.
annoying.
But if you're drunk, like it's just like fun. You know.
It's just, yeah, I suppose.
You wobble around like woo.
You wobble around and go, wow!
Wow. Life's so cool.
You can really mosh.
Wow.
Wow,
You can
you can
actually
really
comb
bosh.
your eyebrows. Oh, do you think I could hide it in here? Oh, yeah, boy.
You look like you should get an afro comb and stick it in.
I don't have an afro.
You could, I guess. You should ginger.
Oh,
You
yes,
could
lads.
have- If you try.
Lads.
Ginger afros are quite cool.
Lads.
You ever seen them before?
No.
Well, some gingers have really curly hair, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really well.
Afros are cool, man. I wish I could grow an afro.
Ruben's-
I totally would
Ruben's
have an
like-
afro if I could grow one. It's
Well,
just
actually,
so
no, that's
cool.
what Ruben's got. Ruben's got the curly ginger hair.
No, it's not like curly.
It's quite curly, but it's
There
not
are
like...
big curls in it, though,
not
naturally.
that.
It's more sort of
Yeah.
wavy.
Yeah.
Your hair's similar to mine.
It's got like rings. in it.
Really.
There are actual curls.
Mine used to be more curly when it was shorter. Like it was
You
all
get
like,
it gets longer
yeah.
and wears it down. Yeah.
So I get in the sides of my hair.
I'm trying to get before I see my sugar in December. I'm not going to cut my hair at all. I'm going to keep it growing.
Same.
I get all these curls on the sides of my
Well,
hair.
actually, I want to. Oh, let me go Team Sugar. I want to put it up there. It's a mohawk.
Mm.
Very good.
Oh yeah, of course.
Wow, look, I've made like perfect lines in my hair.
Oh no,
Oh no, that looks terrible.
it does look pretty bad.
It looks like chrome. It looks like actual metal, like set in stone.
I've never liked that sort of aesthetic of perfect pruned, especially on girls. I know it sounds,
Yeah, yeah.
like you know that trend of perfectly straightened hair and that back of hair is like. Psh.
Do you like walk like a solid stick? Like surely when you
Yeah.
move around, it would just
I
fuck
think,
it up.
I think it's trendy to want to look like a sort of doll, or like you made of plastic.
Well, yeah, that's the thing,
almost.
isn't it?
But I think it's like I don't know. I prefer natural looks. I'm just being weird right now. I'm drunk.
What's our plans for the weekend then, lads?
I'm working.
Yep, that's nice.
I'm gonna drink tomorrow.
I'm cycling.
Nice.
I'm cycling. I'm gonna go BMXing.
I'm gonna try on my new trousers.
What kind of trousers are those?
They're like worky trousers. I think
Wow.
they should fit me a bit better.
Wow.
Yeah. What frame rate is this at?
Definitely not.
Let's
60.
test. Yeah, it's a bit. Look, it's a bit behind.
Spin it a sec.
Why?
You see your frame. No, that's probably like 30.
No, but look. Look at the comb. That's a bit behind. I can feel it. By the time when I get back, it's hitting.
Well, if it's the time, doesn't really affect. That's not like anything to do with frame rate.
It is.
It's not. That's just the delay.
Yeah, it's
My friend.
If
A lot of the time.
Nah, if you spin it like that and then you can see that it goes behind. It's
Yeah.
it's similar. You can test it other ways.
I mean, it's probably like 30 FPS. Maybe. Who knows? It's quite smooth though.
you
yeah,
went
but
really
you see
fast though. Like, look.
That might be the refresh rate there of it. Who knows?
So this is how we do our podcast now. So if you watch it, you'll probably be sick.
Yeah.
We're on a boat now. That's how it works.
Oh, we should do a podcast in the kayak with like a waterproof camera. Me and Eddie were saying we've got to do a Brutal Bros trip to Woodlands one day.
Yeah.
And like we can take a waterproof camera on the water slides.
We should also do a Brutal Bros
GoPro.
what do you call it? Raft building adventure.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. We were saying we each have a budget and we have to build a raft and like see if we can like go across the river or something.
That'd be quite fun.
I would just buy little blow up beds and like some like sticks and tape. So I
I
can
feel
fit
like for
them
that we'd
together.
have to get someone to film us,
Yeah, we would.
Mm.
like a mini camera crew.
Or we'd each have our own camera and just
We'd
like,
have to have somebody on a kayak.
we'd have to have someone on a
Yes.
kayak, my kayak, and then we'd have to like probably like someone, and then we'd have to have yeah,
Somebody on a jet ski.
because we've got that much budget.
Yeah.
Mm.
We're actually on the private Brutal Bros private jet right now. We made it look like our rehearsal room, so it doesn't look any different. We're on our way to Zimbabwe to do our live show.
This is we're actually in an airplane.
We're actually in an
at the
airplane.
second,
If you
yeah.
listen, you can hear it.
We're on the conch. It's pretty
We're
quiet.
on the conch!
It's very insulated on the inside.
Because
so.
the conch goes so fast, you can't actually hear it because sound can't catch
If
up with
it
you.
slows
Sound
down-
can't catch up with you.
If it slows down by anything, we'll all go deaf.
Well, the reason why at the end of our
we have to
podcast,
suddenly stop.
everyone's always
crashing
saying
into
like at the end of
something.
our podcast why our faces all of a sudden go to the front. It's because it's when the conch starts to slow down. They didn't warn us.
Yeah, yeah.
Like slam into the camera.
We should be over our destination in what, like 3 minutes or so?
Yeah.
We left about
But,
a minute ago.
Yeah. So yeah, 3 minutes.
Because
We
we were
should
just
go
very
captain
quick.
speaking.
oh yeah, yes.
We're going to be arriving in the station,
The plane station.
the plane station, in 3 minutes.
You kept on speaking.
So yeah,
Just
We
keep
serve
belts
free
on.
pasties on our
And
plane.
remember, if you get up, you will die.
Oh, I've got
so
a
you
question.
people know, I've got 3 days off. I can't remember which specific ones next week, but I know 2 of them are Monday and Saturday.
We'll record it on podcast time someday.
I've got Monday off and I've got Saturday off,
Anything else?
and one. I think I've got it's either Wednesday or Thursday.
No,
I've
we'll
got
probably do it Wednesday or Thursday.
off. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to do it in the evening, I guess, because I might be at work.
Yeah.
I'm going to be knackered and miserable this morning.
I mean, I do have Saturday off,
Yeah.
so we could just do it on the weekend.
But I'm a. Yeah, but it's, yeah.
I'd probably rather do it on the weekday.
What if?
I'd much.
Well, it's up to you. But what if controversial idea? We started doing the podcast on a Saturday instead of a Friday.
No,
Why not?
because I don't like that.
I
No, I
like
don't
just
like
doing nothing on the weekend.
Yeah, same.
Mm.
Well, I like doing
Right,
what I
fine.
want on the weekend.
I just meant about uploading on Saturday.
We do upload on Saturday.
We do.
Upload on
Oh, do you know
Friday.
what? After this, we have to. I want you to upload it straight away because you always forget. So if you upload it right
Yes,
now,
I'm going to set it as a premiere,
Yeah,
so
Friday,
it'll
yeah,
go
yeah,
up at a certain
Yeah,
time.
but all you need to do, no,
Because it's Friday today.
Yeah,
I'll
you-
upload it. Yeah,
you
but
don't
like-
need to do that.
No, but say if I was doing it on like a Thursday or something, I'd upload it.
Then
on
you're going to have a proper special premiere.
Have it done on Friday.
Also, guys, there's going to be a new series called Levis's Ass coming out soon.
Oh
we,
yes.
we recorded
Yes,
it last summer actually, but we never released any of it because we just didn't.
We didn't have a channel. Well, we did.
No, we didn't. But even when we got a channel, we somehow just
We
didn't.
started doing it around the world at the same sort of time we started doing Brutal Bros.
Why did we start doing it again? We were just bored.
For a laugh.
Yeah, we did. We've got some really good
we're
videos.
all at home during lockdown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is actually really good because now we can just we can record them every now and then. We can upload one every week.
Yeah. That'd be
So
good.
look up for Levis's Ass.
Yes.
And also, maybe next month we'll do another music video. We're just thinking of what music video to do. I would ask for suggestions, but obviously no one really watches this anymore.
It's kind of sad.
I mean, no, we could if
we
we
do
all
this whole podcast and we don't
all-
get any views.
No, I've got an idea. We could all share this on Facebook, like all of us, yeah. And we could say, please, tell us what music video you think I should. When we upload the music video, say put on your Facebook. Say,
what should we do next?
Please tell us what music video you'd like us to do next.
That's a good point.
Because I think more people would comment on Facebook rather than YouTube. We got one comment, but it was like a robot.
Yeah, what
It
did
was
you
like
say?
one of those robot things. I don't know. It was just like one of those money making things. It was
That's something.
like,
Robots
like,
watching us.
like it was something about someone looking really nice or something.
Was it me?
It was like, oh, AJ looks really nice
AJ,
in
so
this
beautiful.
in this shot, and I clicked on because it said like a time, and it was just rubbish. It didn't even.
We've
show.
got about 20 seconds, I think, until the conch goes over the.
My name is 20 seconds.
There might be a minute. I
Look,
don't
guys,
know.
look, you can see space.
The conk's starting to go over Mount Kilimanjaro.
We already.
That is
we actually,
space outside the window on the conch.
That's basically space.
We just flew through Mount. We just flew through Mount Everest. No, it's
So
not.
Levi,
Yeah.
Kilimanjaro is not
No,
in
but-
space.
And
It's miles away
just
from
about
space.
space. And then
It's
then
AJ,
we
it's
can-
like
No,
trillions
it's
of miles away
just
from
about-
space.
It's like a meter away, probably.
Yeah, of course.
no, way less than that.
It's-
Space is like thousands of miles up.
Ruben, he is
What,
joking.
hundreds.
Yeah. So Kilimanjaro is like 1,000,000 miles or something.
It's not a
You
million
realise
miles.
Kilimanjaro isn't the biggest mountain.
Yeah, but that's just a conspiracy.
Look, AJ.
You know, like if you look at a picture.
So
of the Earth, it's
AJ
like
believes
on
the
Mars,
Earth is
you know?
flat as well. No, it
I
doesn't.
just think that Kilimanjaro is like goes into space.
No, Kilimanjaro isn't even one of the biggest. Isn't even the biggest.
It is.
It's one of the biggest. It's not the biggest.
Mount Everest.
Yeah, and Mount
Woo!
Everest. Mount Everest.
Famously,
is like,
the highest
Mount
point on
Everest
Earth.
only just about gets to the commercial plane flying thing.
Well, we're gonna fly into Mount Rushmore's eye soon, one of the eyes, which is actually in Russia, but they don't tell you that. So
Oh, yeah, guys, YouTube. They're stopping channels and videos that are controversial. So basically, it's pretty scary because now that YouTube and like Google are basically deciding what you see and deciding what you get told.
They've been doing that for years.
No, I
Yeah.
know, but recently it's got loads worse.
but,
It's not just they've been doing it for years.
this
So
has been
recently it's got
coming
loads
for a long
worse.
time.
I mean, it's getting worse and worse. But it's really either way. It's really scary that they get to decide what we actually see and what we get told. So like we'll never know.
as well.
It's true.
Like, it's bullshit. Like, it's that. I thought we had freedom of speech or something. What is this? Some sort of.
Well, the problem is they're a company, so they have a right to do that. But if they were
No, it's
government,
not just them though. It's like everywhere, and it's freedom of speech.
well, the problem is because Google has a monopoly, like on the internet almost. So it's kind of not avoidable because they're a company, so they can do whatever they want. They could remove all websites.
I don't care. It's still fucked. It's still stupid.
It is stupid, but legally they could just do anything they want, like with their own property.
Yeah, I know, but it's still bad. It's still scary. Like,
It is, but that's the way the world's going. It's because of all these fucking overly sensitive.
idiots.
It's the world's just getting sensitive. and
Everyone's just
stupid.
snowflakes.
Everybody's offended at all times.
Yeah.
And everybody looks for something.
Look, why is everyone so offended?
Well, because people don't have real
Grow up.
problems.
I was like, oh no.
I think the problem
no.
is a lot of people don't have actual problems, so they spend all their time looking for them.
Everyone's
Yeah.
always like
But
doing protests for this and that, and they're all anti this and
But
anti
they-
that. But
but-
when you're
but-
just gonna try, when you're just gonna live.
The majority of people who are like that are actually just like they're really well off because they don't have any other worries in life, so they make things a problem, and that's why
Everyone just whinges too much.
they do.
It's like shut the fuck up and
It's
go
true.
home.
It's like life's
No
not
one
that
wants to see
bad.
your stupid bollocks
Come
everywhere.
on, let's stop being a bitch. Life's okay. You know,
Speaking
like,
of problems,
life's getting better. We
Like our song.
people don't understand. Doing stuff like this will cause more hatred. Doing stuff like this will cause riots, anti it, and it causes the people who are racist to blame it on that.
yeah,
You know, and this is the
No
problem.
lives matter.
This is the problem with society that people don't realise is fighting often actually does things worse, makes things worse. Sometimes. I mean, you should fight for things, but it can, in like a lot of cases, make more
Just let it
people
be.
anti your movement.
Just keep yourself to
You know?
yourself, and if someone says something to you, then yeah, maybe you can do it. But people can handle their own problems.
I think we're living in a weird times right now.
We're living in everywhere. Everyone's just lazy, fat idiots.
It's
now.
like a dystopia, really.
That's
in my mind.
what our world is becoming.
People want it to be a utopia of never offending anybody. You should never free speech now, but what enjoyment would you have in life? It would just be like a controlled. The only way to achieve that is to control people. In my mind,
which is just not good.
That's the only way to achieve nobody ever offending anybody. Is to have like almost Orwellian society.
Yeah.
That's like how else are you meant to control what people think and what people see?
True,
Thought police.
True.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Well, they do a lot more than we think.
Well,
Speaking
of problems, we're just coming up to the deceleration point. So Levi, have you got the outro ready?
No.
We've got a good outro ready before we crash. I mean,
before we go to our professional facilities of life.
yes.
We've been made as a carbonara,
How?
and it's already clogging up my valves.
Oh god, I know. I can feel the shit coming on now.
Do you work at Valve now?
Valve. What are you doing all day? Not doing Half-Life 3.
They said that so long ago, it's still not out. I love it. Thank you for listening to the Brutal Bros podcast. Well, that sounds nice.
Leave a quick sit down. We're gonna crash a minute. Oh my god. Right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.